And I might say that we chuckled a little bit over here when we looked at the table and thought maybe we could afford a little bigger table for these three individuals. I think, Bob, it says a lot to have two members of the United States Senate on both sides of the aisle here to introduce you. And, Mr. Chairman, thank you for calling this hearing. And, Bob, welcome. I share Bernie's comments. It's tough for anybody to envision why somebody would take this job. I'm glad to know that we've got people that think enough about the future of this country and the next generation and the next generation, and more importantly, the promises that we made to so many Americans that we would be there to take care of them when they made the sacrifices that they did. As you acknowledged in your testimony, the VA is an agency in crisis. Over the past few months, the nation has been rocked by revelations that the Veterans Health Administration was manipulating wait time data, leaving tens of thousands of veterans waiting for the care they needed and deserved. In the wake of this scandal, it's become clear that VA officials failed for years to act on warnings of a national scheduling crisis. The President's own team found that this was fueled by a corrosive culture in which officials tended to minimize problems or refuse to acknowledge problems altogether. Although VA has started taking steps to improve access to care, much more work is needed to understand and resolve the full scope of the issues facing the VA healthcare. The ongoing internal evaluation by the VA and investigations by other offices will be critical in understanding that effort. As the head of VA, Mr. McDonald, it will be essential that you embrace the findings of these investigations and urgently work to bring about the needed reform. Perhaps more importantly, you must usher in a new culture throughout VA. Employees at all levels must be willing to proactively identify and address problems in every corner of this vast department. We need a culture where warning signs will not be ignored, and twisting performance metrics to make it appear that veterans are being well served will not be tolerated. This paradigm shift is needed not only on the healthcare side of VA, but on the benefits side as well. In recent weeks, the Inspector General and the General Accounting Office have shed light on a number of troubling issues at the Veterans Benefit Administration, which suggest that VBA is not upholding its responsibility to veterans or to taxpayers. Work that is not counted in the disability claims backlog is piling up. Hundreds of millions in taxpayer dollars have been improperly paid out. And there are serious questions about the integrity of VA's data on the backlogs and the quality of its decisions. But in response, VA continues to tout its suspect data as proof that VBA is working well. My hope and my expectation, Mr. McDonald, is that you will not allow VA to ignore the signs of deep dysfunction at VBA, but will work to resolve any systemic problems immediately. More broadly, your charge moving forward will be to ensure that this entire department, from top to bottom, is refocused on providing our nation's veterans with the high-quality service that they've earned and that they deserve. I look forward to working with you to help VA live up to the expectations of veterans and a nation grateful for their service. I thank the Chair. I yield the floor.